Hello and Happy New Year to the Mountain Rescue Association. This is a short video to provide updates on the MRA Mapping portal. The first highlight for 2020 is that the website address for the MRA Mission Data Portal has not changed. You can still access this from the MRA ArcGIS Online homepage or your existing bookmarks and links. We've done work behind the scenes to make entering data as similar as possible to 2019 and 2018 while making improvements on the back end. Second, the web version for the Survey 123 form has changed in a recent release from Esri. You now need to click the pin on the map if you want to adjust the location of an incident. You cannot just drag the pin or map as you did before. You need to click on the map to change the location. The Survey 123 mobile app has had many updates as well, but I believe the map still works the same way. Please test this out and make sure you understand how to use the new form before entering your first mission. Third, we've worked hard to address an issue where the mission location for search operations, or the initial planning point, was not linked to the point found in a way that would work once the data has been exported. We believe this has been fixed using a unique identifier, and this will help with future spatial analysis and research. You shouldn't notice many changes on the form itself, but just know on the back end we've made that fix. Finally, we've dedicated one volunteer to triaging or monitoring the MRA Mapping at gmail.com email address. This will help with troubleshooting, support, and training. What we're working on next is a new public dashboard that will allow you to search by team and year. This will be embedded on the MRA website and will have a mobile version as well. Next, we are also working on creating a single master archive, database, and layer. This will allow any team to query and download their data across all years since the project began in 2013. This has been a lot of work because each year up until 2018, the MRA has made changes to the schema that require a GIS expert to stitch it all back together. This will allow us to make it easier for you to visualize and download your own data and begin analyzing data in a more meaningful way. Finally, since the California Office of Emergency Services, or Cal-OES, began using their own hosted version of the Mission Data Portal, we have had to migrate MRA teams in California to the Cal-OES portal. Up until now, that means we could not include California MRA teams into summary statistics very easily. Now, Cal-OES GIS staff and GIS Corps volunteers are working on a way to automatically import the Cal-OES data for MRA teams into the MRA system. And this should be possible because we're using a nearly identical form and data schema. But really important is we wanted you to know that in order to keep the MRA mapping project going, we've teamed up with the GIS Corps, which is a nonprofit volunteer group of GIS professionals that serve the community on a variety of projects. I'd like to take a moment now to recognize them individually, and you'll have a better context for who's working on some of these projects. Caroline Rose has been the lead on keeping the Survey 123 form up to date and working. She's put in a lot of time to incorporate feedback from teams and modernize our approach to data collection. Jessica is our new user support and training lead. She's been monitoring the inbox at mramapping@gmail.com, helping MRA teams with everything from resetting their passwords, learning how to use the platform, and providing guidance on how teams can use the MRA platform beyond just data collection. Erin has been prototyping the new ArcGIS dashboard technology to make it easier to visualize the efforts of the MRA in terms of summary statistics. This is extremely important for telling the story of who the MRA is to the public, government agencies, and even potential donors. This is a tool that we hope you will all use. Alice has been working behind the scenes to merge together all of our data sets from the beginning of the project so we have one single archive for data visualization, download, and analysis. Jim is testing the use of spatial analyses and using a new app called Insights for analyzing MRA mission and point found data in ways that answer both big picture questions like what do MRA teams spend the most time doing, what time and day of the week can an individual expect to call out on any given team, all the way to more sophisticated missing person behavior statistics that help teams train and plan for future search operations. Finally, special thanks to Mark Johnson and Cal OES for helping to return MRA team data back to the MRA Mission Data Portal so we can more adequately represent the efforts of these teams, while still maintaining a statewide system for California, which includes both MRA and non-MRA teams. That wraps up our updates for now. Please let us know if you're having any issues, or if you want to do more with the MRA Mapping Platform, like create story maps, do some analysis, or even internal team training maps. You can do this by sending a note to mramapping@gmail.com. Thank you all very much for everything you do, and I hope 2020 gets off to a great start.